Hi, this is Diana Stobo, and I'm going to make you a green bean burrito. One of my favorite foods growing up in Southern California is the bean and the sour cream and cheese burrito. Yeah, wrapped in flour, bite into it, oozes into your mouth. But what is it that I really love about the green bean burrito is that it's got all the spicy flavors of Mexican cuisine. It's got the creaminess from the avocado sour cream, the crunch of the lettuce, the juiciness of the tomato, all wrapped in your favorite green. But how do we make raw, refried beans? Very simple. We start with sunflower seeds. Soaked sunflower seeds. You need to soak them for about 2 hours. This is about one and 3/4 of a cup or 2 cups, depending on how thick you want your beans. And we're going to put those into a food processor fitted with your S-blade. That's right, the S-blade is the one that spins around and goes whoo. And we're going to add sun-dried tomatoes. This gives you that tangy, tomatoey, rich, delicious, almost a cooked taste. When you mix sun-dried tomatoes with onion powder, you get a really savory, cooked flavor that you only get in cooked food in the raw dishes. So we soaked them here for about an hour. I used about a cup of water. I want to save the juice of the sun-dried tomatoes because it's now flavored, rich, juicy sun-dried tomato sauce. We're going to put that aside and we're going to use it as needed. You see how I put a cup of water in there and the sun-dried tomatoes soaked it all up. So we've got about a half a cup left. All right, the most important thing is your spices. We have onion, we have garlic, we have chili, we have coriander, and we have cumin. And of course, wonderful sea salt. Throw all those in. Remember the onion powder, very key. A scallion. Just kind of help out the processor a little by chopping it ever so slightly. Otherwise, you're going to get a chunk of green in your bean. And jalapeno. Now, when I say one jalapeno, is it one jalapeno like this? Or is it one jalapeno like that? It really depends on how hot you are. I'm pretty hot. I'm going to go for the green, big jalapeno. Now, it doesn't really matter how hot you are. If you throw the seeds of the jalapeno in there, you're going to be on fire. And it could hurt. So let's take the seeds out by scraping it with a spoon. You know, it's really important after you've touched a jalapeno not to itch your eyes because all the oils in the jalapeno are now in your fingernails and it would hurt. So dice them up just like you did your onions. Throw them in the pot. We're adding about half a cup of olive oil just to give it a nice texture and solid flavor. Oh, and don't forget the lemon juice. You know, you've probably been to many Mexican restaurants and you get your beans that don't have a lot of flavor and they're just sort of flat and you can taste the lard in them and they're just bleh, but they're refried beans. But then you go to these other places that they spiced them up, you know, and they put some tang into them. And then when you bite into them, it's almost as if they have a little lemony kind of tang. That's what we're going to do here. We're going to add a little tang to our beans. All right, very simple. We've just made refried beans in the processor. Okay, so it's a little thick right now. We're going to stir it down. And this is the opportune time to add the soaking liquid. I'm going to add it all because it looks like we might even need to add a little bit of water to get it to the texture we want. Do you want your beans thick? Do you want your beans runny? It's entirely up to you. All right, it looks like a creamy refried bean to me. You know, you can also use this as a bean dip. You know how you love the bean dips? Anytime you have a party, just put this out with some wonderful carrot sticks or whatever, and you've got a wonderful bean dip. All right, so that's the texture I want. It's creamy, but it's also kind of stiff enough to wrap in a burrito without running out the sides. Now, what do we do to make the green bean burrito a burrito? Well, we can take some Swiss chard or some collard greens. Right now, collard greens are looking really good. Perfect size, not too big. What I have done is I've clipped off the stem and I cut this little vein here, just shaved it down ever so slightly. You can use a potato peeler to help you out with that. And that way, when you're folding it over, you don't have a hole and you also don't have too thick of a stem that won't bend. Then we're going to take a portion of our beans, our delicious refried beans. Let's put them a little bit to the side of the vein. And then we're going to add some lettuce, tomato, and if you like a little crunch, some sunflower seeds for the top. Pour a little bit of our avocado sour cream on top. Oh, look at that. Yum. And then we're going to fold it like a burrito. Put the ends from the back side up first, and I crisscross them a little bit just to make sure nothing seeps out of the tail end. And then this side, and then we're going to wrap it. And there we have a bean and cheese burrito. 100% raw. I'm Diana Stobo. If you like this recipe, watch more of my channel, Diana Stobo Live. Come to my website, dianastobo.com. Join the Naked Zone. So many recipes in the Naked Zone. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.